Hey everyone, this is Nitro. So, I'm going to begin my timeless trials for the week. And in this video, I will work through the 5 A+ trials. So, as always, I'm going to use my standard party simply because, well, maybe I can change for these A+ trials actually. Because the A+ trials won't be as difficult as the S and SS trials, which would absolutely require me to use Leaden. So for this particular level of trials, let me see. Maybe I can move this equipment to another tank. The problem is, again, I don't have any other tank that has a class mastery. Oh man. I want to try Aaron, I want to try Vargas, but none of them have the class mastery, and I don't have the guild medals to master them either, because I still need to buy this runestone and all the gold for the week. So between those two purchases, I don't have any resources left. I just don't have much resources left to do the class upgrade purchases. So tank wise, I'm kind of stuck. Yeah. Grenier's at 2 out of 4, Aaron's at 2 out of 4, Vargas is at 2 out of 4. How about Freya? Freya is also at 2 out of 4. Ulti Muller has his class mastery. So I guess I'll give Ulti Muller a try. Alright, so there we go. He's going to be using a very, very weak level 30 Throne Guardian. So it's just another issue I have. I don't have a level 50 weapon on my tank just yet. But we'll make do. So that's going to be my tank then, and I might as well, just in case, equip up Elwyn as well. So there we go. But yeah, I mean, you need, in all honesty, I find to do timeless trials, you need a tank who has double class mastery. Okay, just the additional stats makes that much of a difference. You know, you're getting, let's say, like 150 more hit points, more attack, more defense, so it's very important to have that. But for these A+ trials, I'll give it a shot. Alright, so let's begin. Timeless trial. A+ trial 1, cavalry attack and defense increased by 20%. And I'm going to bring my tank, of course, which is Ulti Muller. Liana, to use again on him. There's 4 cavalry, so Ulti Muller should have an easy time crushing those, which means I only have to kill 3 enemies, right? Vampire Bat, Cyclops, and Necromancer. So because I was told not to use Leaden, I'm going to use Ulti Muller. I have to bring a physical DPS. It's impossible not to bring a physical DPS. So it's going to be Leon for me. If you have Cherie, you can use Cherie. It's just, everyone needs to bring a physical DPS. It's that simple. And you know, the big advantage of Cherie, if anything, would be she could attack one, kill it off, have Wild Princess activate, and kill off a second target. Unfortunately, there's such a huge stat difference between my Cherie and Leon that I'm never going to bring Cherie. Cherie only has 728 attack, whereas Leon has 900. Alright, so this looks good for these 3. That's pretty much enough to crush, I think, the enemy. Actually, I was told not to bring Liana. You know, people recommend me not to bring Liana, but the problem is, if you bring Cherie, Cherie has Wild Princess, right? So yeah, you don't need Liana there, because you don't need the Again. But if you bring, if you bring Leon, you absolutely need Again. So I guess I can try Cherie, but I don't know how well this will work. So I'm going to try Cherie-Tiaris, and then rather than Liana and Leon, but effectively they perform the exact same role, just for the record. And the last 2 characters kind of up in the air. Why don't I just bring Bozol and Lana? Because it's not a big deal who I bring for these last 2 slots. So there we go. This will be my party. And I'm just going to give Lana Black Hole and begin. So here we go. And I just realized that I don't have a faction buff for Cherie. So I just messed up. And I'm sorry about that. That was my Discord. I'm just going to mute the Discord now. Well, we'll see how this plays out. Yeah, this... If you use Cherie, you'll need someone who can faction buff her. If you don't have a faction buff on her, then she's not doing damage that can one-shot the enemies. So... There's problems left and right. So I did not think about my party properly for this fight. But it's okay. We'll see how this plays out. This first turn, Ultimuller tanks 1 hit. And I really need Cherie to kill off the Flyer and the Orc. So how shall I do that? Well, let's have Ultimuller first activate Stronger. And then... Why don't I actually have Bozo kill them off? So Vampire Bats get hammered down a bit. Just toss a black hole at all these enemies then. Now what I actually truly need is if Cherie had Attack Blessing so that she could absolutely one-shot this Cyclops. But if I Attack Blessing, I can't heal Ultimuller. So why don't I Miracle Up instead? That was actually my mistake. I should have used Attack Blessing on Tiaris last turn. Anyways, let's attack with Cherie. And yeah, just no faction buff, just not enough damage on my Cherie. So this is not going to work for me. I just can't do it. But this would be the basic strategy if you use Cherie, right? You would have a tank that can faction buff Cherie up. And then, yeah, you would have Tiaris to Attack Blessing your Cherie so that she can one-shot 2 targets. And yeah, my Ultimuller tank just doesn't have enough damage to even one-shot these cavalry units, which just shows how weak my tank is without having double... What is it? Having 2 class masteries? Yeah. Well, it is what it is. Nonetheless, for this first map, this is a clear, right? Yeah, this just is not working out very well for me. If I'm struggling this much with the very first trial, there's no way I can clear, like, you know, the later ones. But nonetheless, this one is finished. So I'll take the win. So there we go. First battle cleared. But yeah, general game plan is really, you're either running Leon with Liana, or else you're running Cherie with Tiaris. And maybe you throw in Liana as well. Because as long as Cherie can one-shot a target, her Wild Princess will give her a second attack. And that's what Tiaris' Attack Blessing will be there for. Alright, so I guess that was kind of a demonstration of how the alternate strategy would work. You would still probably run Ledin as your tank, because Ledin has the faction buff. But even if you don't have Ledin, you could, for example, run Grenier as your tank, because Grenier as a tank has a faction buff, and he can Lance Phalanx, right? So that would actually work out quite well with when comboed with Cherie and Tiaris. Alright, so let's move on. Yeah, unfortunately, I wanted to try to use this strategy with Ulti Muller as my tank, but it just does not fit with the characters in general. So let's go back to Ledin, for good or for ill. No choice. Alright, so let's continue with the Timeless Trials. And I'm just going to do A plus Trial 2 now. So I'm just going to go back to my standard strategy. I just wanted to demonstrate the other method of having an easy time clearing these Timeless Trials, where you're not using Leon and Liana. So I think I accomplished that goal at least. So let's now go back to my party. Alright, so it's as usual. There we go. The Leon-Liana Sophia combo for me. And this the Cherie combo would be pretty much the exact same, right? You would run, it's just that your fourth character may be Tiaris, like so. Right? And if your Cherie is in fact, what? If you have a Cherie that is 6 stars, right? Wild Princess cooldown is 2 turns, right? So he attacks, she attacks, kills another target. Again, right? Attacks again, cooldown is 1. The next turn, rewind. Attacks, right? Cooldown is 0. You use again, she can kill 2 more targets. So that means a Cherie can actually kill off 6 targets in 2 turns, which is actually stronger than Leon, who can only kill 4. So just an interesting point. If your Cherie is that powerful with a 6-star Cherie and the 2-turn cooldown on Wild Princess, you can, yeah, if you have enough movement to attack and retreat, you can smash 6 characters. So there we go. Alright, so let's now go focus on my strategy now. And it's going to be Leon attack retreat repeatedly, isn't it? So Leon targets a priority to kill on the first turn. Well, let's get rid of the flyer and I guess the aquatic general to start, and we'll worry about the rest afterwards. Good enough. I actually don't think I'll even need Bozo, and that's because of how powerful I am in general. So why don't I just even remove him? Alright, here we go. If you have a 5th character, you can make this easier on yourself. I'm just demonstrating without the 5th character since I know I can handle it. So take down the infantry, which would be the bane of Ledin's phalanx units. And then move up and Divine Guard. And Sophia. Oh, I don't have Regenerate. I replaced the Regenerate with a Mass Heal. Not good. That's fine. And I'll just again Leon then. I don't see these enemies being able to kill off my party in general. So there we go. So Ledin will tank a bunch of hits and kill off the enemies. Oh, did not actually kill off this aquatic general. So there you go. Let's have Ledin just stand here and faction buff. And I'm going to have rewind. From Sophia. And then Leon is going to kill off these 2. So this is probably the one I want to debuff. So move down, Chivalry. There we go. And attack. And then I want Liana to again Leon. So why don't I just place Leon there? That way, Liana can move into the forest tile and also again Leon. And then Leon can just attack the Holy General and kill it, leaving only 2 cavalry units who will suicide into a tank. There we go. Second map cleared. Third map. A plus 12-3. When hit point value is above 50%, physical damage taken is decreased by half. When below 50%, magic damage taken is decreased by half. Okay. So you need to knock the enemies below half health to kill them. Or one-shot them with magic attacks. Well, that's pretty easy, isn't it? Ledin can guard in the middle, right? And why don't I bring... yeah, I'll bring Ledin, as always. Sophia to... the only problem here is the 5th character. Okay, why don't I do this? I'm going to have... first, let me change my Sophia back to her regular skill set. Regenerate. Second, I need a way to kill this Cyclops. Well, Lana can do that. So let's put Lana right here. Wait. To be honest, my Leon could probably one-shot these guys even with half damage, but I'm trying to demonstrate it as if I don't have such a powerful Leon. So, for example, if Ledin moves over here, right? Okay, I'm going to bring Leon after all, I guess. I don't think I really have a choice. Because in order for these characters to get into Ledin's guard range, wait, what if I replace... Blizzard decreases enemy mobility by 1. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring Leon with 1,000 hooves so that this orc can't attack me. Right? And then Sophia will regenerate Ledin, right? Ledin's going to tank right here in the center. And then Liana is going to shift over, and so will Bozo. So we'll give this a shot. So, here we are. Let's first have Ledin set up in the center to protect everyone. So he Divine's Guard, he gets regenerate from Sophia. And then Leon is going to Chivalry. And 1,000 hooves to Cyclops. Huh? Not enough damage to kill. There you go. Alright. Let's have Bozo faction buff for this turn. And I'm just going to move Liana over. So, my Ledin is actually going to take 1, 2, 3, 5 hits, isn't he? That's fine. I actually should have probably brought Earthquake, right? On Bozo. And he would Earthquake these guys to weaken them, so they don't do as much damage. So that's the method of clearing for my viewers. Earthquake on Bozo. Liana uses Again on Bozo, and Bozo Earthquakes to weaken all these enemies. In any case though, Ledin is doing a pretty good job. You know, he can't kill any of these characters, but he's not dying either. And if you've Earthquaked the Gargoyle and the Griffin, they shouldn't be... If you've Earthquaked the Gargoyle, it will do a lot less damage, so your Ledin is probably going to survive, especially with Sophia's Regenerate. So there we go. Alright. So let's move Bozo over and toss the Dark Reaper at this Flyer General to kill it. If you have Earthquake, right, rather than, you would probably toss the Fireball instead. If it doesn't die, it's fine, you know, let it finish it off anyways. As it is, this looks okay to me. I'm just going to attack the Cyclops with Leon to kill it off. Why don't I place Leon right here? Sophia will rewind, everyone. Ledin will faction buff. Rewind. And then Liana will use Again on Leon. And then Leon is going to move up here. Chivalry. And toss 1,000 hooves at this gargoyle, weakening it. There we go. Yep. The only difference your strategy would be Bozo. Bring Earthquake, bring Fireball, and you're set. All these cavalry units, Ledin will handle. And he won't take much damage from them either, because Phalanx units take very little from cavalry. If you use Vargas, Vargas may actually be better here because of his immortality, right? He would revive even if he died against one of those flyers. So, there we go. And now we're on map number 4. Enemy. When hit points is at 100%, damage dealt increases by 100%, and damage you take decreases by 50%. So AoE attacks are a must. Yeah, let's switch my Bozo to his support version, because it's really awkward not bringing Earthquake on my Bozo. I mean, the choice between Seal and Fireball is kind of optional, but I do prefer. You know what? I'm going to go a step further. I'm going to bring 2 AoEs in Seal. So he is going to be a pure support Bozo for these fights. Leon won't have much mobility here, so I have to keep that in mind. In fact, his lack of mobility makes me seriously consider not bringing him at all. You know what? Why don't I try what I mentioned? The Cherie-Liana A Cherie-Tiaris combo, I suppose. There we go. This should be interesting. Let's begin. So, let in first turn, moving up to... He's not actually going to get attacked. Angels never attack on their first turn. They always use the wind protection skill. So why don't I just move up in faction buff instead? And I'm not going to send Cherie forward to attack either. So she'll just stand here. Let in, we'll just faction buff. Just realized Tiaris can't move in desert either, but that's okay. We'll place her right here and attack blessing my Cherie. Or Cherie, if you will. Let's move Sophia down and regenerate let in. And I'm just not going to have Bozo do an attack yet. There's no reason to. Otherwise, these healers will heal them up all those characters. Alrighty. So let's move Leaden forward and Divine Guard and kill some of these enemies. Archer is actually protected. Okay, let's place Leaden right here and Earthquake to hit all of these targets. To start things off. Now, this Archer is actually protected, so I can't actually kill it. So I'm going to have a Cherie hit this Angel instead. Before I do that though, I should probably Miracle up. Cherie has Miracle and Attack Blessing stacked on her. And even with that, she doesn't have enough damage to kill. Oh my god. Kinda shows just how terrible my Cherie is without her double class mastery. In any case, let's have Cherie keep attacking. Again, not enough damage to kill. But it's fine. It just shows the importance of dual class mastery. Because I'm just missing that tiniest bit of damage. Anyways, Leaden can handle quite a bit at this point. The Phalanx units being strong against physical damage, they only take 3400 damage there. Right? And with Cherie and Regenerate, he's healing up like a monster. These enemies that have been Earthquaked are extremely vulnerable to Leaden, right? With the reduced defense. So Leaden is just stomping them one after another. Alright. So Leaden is also quite terrible in these dunes for some reason. I thought he would have more mobility, but it's okay. So he's just here to tank anyways, so currently he has faction buff and divine guard, he just can't attack, so why don't I just refresh the faction buff after Cherie makes a strike or two. So let's start off with Cherie attacking. Oops, I think that guy was full hit points, that's why I didn't do much. Oh well. Well, let's move up Leaden. Yeah, this lack of one-shot capability is really hurting me right now. Wow. Regenerate, Leaden. And let's have Tiaris. Why don't I just attack Blessing Cherie once more? There we go. 3 ranged enemies left. Leon shouldn't have a problem tanking these hits. And there we go. Alright. So, Cherie can finally kill off the target. Here we go. I apparently didn't have Wild Princess either. Whoops. Oh well, whatever. Guard. Let's toss a black hole to weaken this Hellfire Archer so that it's not doing 100% more damage. Miracle up. And Sophia will just heal up Leon. Alright, going pretty well. So let's earthquake them once more. And then Leon will melee attack his Holy General. Cherie-Tiaris. Unable to heal Cherie at all because she had a unable to heal debuff. But I'm going to attack anyways, and she should be able to finish off this thing. So there we go. Again, you need, I mean, every party should have either Cherie as their main DPS or Leon as their main DPS. You know, it's literally one or the other, generally speaking. And they need the ability to one-shot enemy targets. So in my case, because my Cherie is only 4 stars and she doesn't have a Ragnarok, she's just not that great. So that's why I usually don't use her, and I always rely on Leon instead. It's just the path that I took. There are some people, to be fair, who have built both Leon and Cherie, but I'm not one of them. Alright, so in any case, we are on the final fight, the A+ Ultimate Battle. And for this fight, the time law is after end of battle, restore hit points equal to 30% of damage dealt. So clearly, melee DPSers will be very happy here, especially Leon. This doesn't seem like a party that would move, but even if it does move, I'm not afraid of it. So why don't I'll just bring Leon for the heck of it. Liana. So the usual combo, the usual combo of characters, and I might as well bring Lester. Because I don't think they move, to be honest. But so if they don't move, Leon is not required. But yeah, let's get started. Turn on the danger zone. I'm going to just stay outside of their range for this first turn. So Leon, especially move Leon over here to start, right? I'm going to have Leon just activate Divine Guard on the off chance that they actually do move. I'm not expecting it, but on the off chance that they do, I'm ready. Regenerate. And shift Leon over. Or shift Liana over. Yeah, so they don't move. As expected. So, chain hook time. Ooh, I'm missing damage from one-shotting him. That's okay. That's why Liana is here. So yeah, you can easily replace your let-in with a ranged attacker to make your life easier. Because you're not going to need anyone to tank hits. There we go. Oh, darn it. I retreated less than too far back. But that's okay. Because I can just have Leon strike their Leon anyways. And in fact, one-shot him. You know what? I'm feeling a little bit impatient, so I'm going to actually push him. Because I can actually afford to trigger the enemies. There we go. So Let-in will tank the hit from Luna and kill her. And then Leon will kill off Egbert. If you don't one-shot her, Egbert, you still have Liana as a game. So yeah, this is not a particularly difficult fight. Second Leon. Leon attack. Ultimuller. Even if Leon dies, it's not a big deal, but he doesn't in this case. And I'm just going to have Let-in tank this last hit from Ultimuller, and the fight is done. So there we go. A+ trials cleared. Not particularly. Oh. Well. AoE attack. Huh. Unpleasant surprise. Now it's done though. And there we are. So, yay! 10 bursting heart keys. I really needed those. That's probably my limitation on upgrading my characters right now. So that's it for this video. In the next video, I'll do the S level trials. Thanks for watching, everyone. Nitro out.